Hello and welcome. This video has been waiting in my drawers. Well, not this video, but these products have been waiting in my drawer for months and months and months. And finally, I'm doing almost a full day of using NYX products. Majority of these were gifted kindly by NYX Nordic. So thank you, NYX, for letting me test your products. It's been a long while since I've been using NYX products, and I have to say that there is a couple of things now that will end up to my everyday drawer, and I am very positively surprised of a couple of things. So let's dive directly in. Enjoy. All right, we have a lot of things to test today. The first product I will test, and this is actually something, this is a little bit ridiculous actually. I've been wanting to try this honeydew primer forever. I don't know why I didn't try this. It ticks all my needs. It seems to be very moisturizing. Propolis, aka honey ingredients, are something that my skin really love, and what they say that this would be is exactly what I've been looking for. So finally, finally after all these years, I get to test it. I will put this to the dry areas, only my cheeks, because I have another primer as well, and this is the marshmallow primer, which is supposed to be more kind of smoothing and pore filling and kind of evening out skin texture, when this is more kind of a moisturizing. So let's start this one, but I need to take the plastic thing off first. So there is a spatula. Okay, I like this. So you can just scoop the amount you want. I don't know what amount I want, so I will take one spatula, very gel-like, and oh, I like this. Yay! Oh, immediate positive reaction. Oops, this is exactly what I'm looking for. Something very, very, very thick and hydrating. It might turn out that I will be very, very sorry for not trying this before. I'm actually planning to do a video of things that I am sorry that I didn't try before, because I have now found few. Okay, the first impression is really good. This is exactly what I like, and the scent is really nice as well. The one kind of not full scoop, but scoop was enough for the cheek, and this is definitely sticky, helps the foundation to stick as well. But let's continue with the other primer. Maybe one pump is enough. Let's see. I definitely need help in my T-zone. This is the, okay, one pump might be quite a lot actually. It might be okay for the full face, but it is now what it is. Especially my nose. I didn't use now today my MAC Skin Refined Zone Treatment something. I never remember what the name is. Because this is supposed to work the same way. Let's see what happens. I will use the foundation with that one before I post this video, so I will leave a comment to description box of if I found any differences. It feels very kind of cream-like. I thought this is going to be more slippery, kind of silicone-y. Maybe it needs to set a second. I like the feeling it's not drying, at least not now. Let's see if it sets. The scent is not too sweet. I was afraid that it's pure sugar and I wouldn't like it, but so far both feel nice. I don't see much of pore filling, at least not now, but it might be that when I apply the foundation, it kind of evens out the pores more or in a different way. I have the foundation, the Total Control Pro Drop Foundation in 3 shades. Porcelain, Alabaster and Light. Based on the package, looks like the light might be my shade. Let's give it a shake and see. I will swatch all of these so you can see the differences if you're around my skin tone to see how they are. Okay, this is the light. It's a bit, just a tiny bit pinky to my liking. Not bad. Let me try Alabaster. It's a bit lighter actually, but the undertone is better. I can deepen it up. The light is a bit peachy and pinky. This is more kind of neutral. Oh, strange, usually Alabasters are kind of pink shades, but I think this works better. They did send actually also the illuminator. Maybe I can warm it up a little bit after I've applied it. So let's go with the porcelain and see how it looks. I might look, and most probably look, very ghost-like in a second, but trust the process, it'll get better. I put kind of half a dropper to the plate and it's very liquidy, so I'm expecting then very sheer coverage in the beginning, and then it says that we can build this up. But first reaction is that there is a lot of pigment in this formula. I have still I didn't even take half of what I applied to the plate, and I'm able to spread this almost to full face. Let's try. I'll put a little bit more of the light shade and see if the combination of these would be working better. Also, this is now the second layer, so I'm building up the coverage here. There is a bit streaks here. This might be the kind of foundation that benefits from the kind of evening out with the damp sponge. But that said, that most probably will take some of the coverage away. I'm not sure that it seems to be a bit dry formula. My nose, which is the problematic area, don't know if it's the primer or what, doesn't look the best. And then the mouth area, which is dry as well, and there is texture, doesn't look the best. But it might be also that when the natural oils comes through, the situation changes. Cheeks are alright, forehead is alright, but I usually don't have any issues with those. So let's see during the makeup how this wears and what happens. It might turn into better or worse. The concealer is actually the new-ish Bear With Me concealer serum. I have the shade 2. I stood quite a long time in the store swatching the 1 and 2, and the 1 is really fair, might be matching now this color, and then the 2 is possibly a bit too dark for me. So I was a bit hesitant of which one to use, but it's summer, early summer. I'm probably getting a little bit of tan, so this hopefully is good then. Also, I wanted to try, I bought the new Dior concealer, and these seem very similar. If they are a dupe, I will make a dupe video soon. but I took the lighter shade in that one, so if they are really similar, I can mix these to make them work. But now let's try the shade 2. I pumped a little bit to my hand, and my Zoeva blender, concealer blender brush, which I basically use always. The shade is yellowish, which I don't mind. It cancels nicely the deeper undertones from my eyes. It feels nice. It feels very moisturizing, very fresh. Feels very, very nice. It's not so thick as the Dior, I can already say that. Or not so creamy, kind of. Yeah, I like the concealer. It's a tad darker than my face is now, but that's not surprise because my face is too light. So let's put a little bit of powder and deepen it up so I look more like a person, and we can then continue with other products testing. Actually, let's try this one now that I'm thinking a little bit. So this is the Total Control Pro Illuminator, and the shade is Warm. So let's see. Yeah, it is quite yellow. Maybe I can use this more later this summer. It's not overly luminous. I was worried that I'm going to look like a shiny carrot, but luckily I don't. This looks quite nice actually. Then the step I'm most afraid of, because this is not the way I do my brows. They sent me few shades of this Lift and Snatch. I think this came out last summer, so this is not a new. This is micro brush tip for hair-like strokes. And I don't do this kind of strokes. I use micro pencils or colored brow mascaras or something. So this is out of my comfort zone, but let's try. I think the shade Espresso might be good for the outer parts. And then I have soft brown here as well. And then actually I think there is taupe. Taupe might be still better, it's cooler. Well, let's see. I will try first. Should I go with taupe? Yes, I think I should. With my trembling hands, brows are never easy task, and with this new pencil and even audience, so this is quite a challenge. Should I brush my brows a little bit? I think it might help. Hair-like strokes, alright. Let's think, hair-like strokes. Oh, I'm so happy this is not too pigmented. So I can use this kind of feathery strokes, and it's not too deep. Maybe I'll combine the taupe a little bit. Are we alright? At least this does look more natural than a eyebrow pencil, because this is more, well, hair-like. Definitely takes more time and patience to do. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. The combination of espresso and taupe works well. This is very close to my natural hair color, which you can see now that it's been some weeks since seeing my hair master. I don't hate it. It looks nice, quite natural. Let me do the other one. Let's go then to the eyeshadow. Alright, the brows are not identical. I usually don't even try because my trembling hands, it's just not worth it. But I really like those pencils. I would have never bought those myself, so thank you NYX for providing these for me. They really enable to have a really natural looking brows, so I'm happy. Then eyes. I have prepped my eyes with concealer and a little bit of powder. And this palette I purchased myself. Again, one of the products I've been wanting to try for years and years and years. And I don't know why I just didn't ever try it, but now it's time. And this is very spring summer appropriate, so I'm really happy that I get to use it now. I will take first, I usually try and start with the palest shade as a prep, and I kind of prep my transition shade, and also usually when it's new palette I will test a little bit how the formula works. This is exactly my skin color apparently, so you cannot see anything. Antique Rose shade. This is quite a fluffy brush. I'm not doing anything crazy or detailed today. I want springy, nice look for myself. Oh, I like this color. It works really nice. It's a bit powdery. I haven't been using NYX eyeshadows before. This is my first time, so I didn't know what to expect. But the formula is a bit dry and a bit powdery. Not exactly the kind of what I prefer, but so far I don't mind. Beautiful green. Beautiful green shade. Will it be a disaster if I use this on my outer corner? It might go muddy. Let's take a risk and try if it goes muddy or not. A bit, yes. Let's try if it works. Sometimes it does. I will take the same brush I used, the pink shade, and take the peachy shade and use it a little bit to blend. I hope that this will turn a bit more brownish color. There is a little bit of blendability issue. They don't blend together, and because of the dry formula they kind of fade away more than a blend. This is what is very common in many of drugstore eyeshadows. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's just a thing you need to be aware of when you kind of build your makeup. I think I'll go with the safe side and use the peachy shimmer on my eyelid. Well, actually not so safe, but okay. Not so good with a brush. Let's try with finger. Finger applies better. Again, a little bit of the same issue that it doesn't stick very well to the areas where there already is eyeshadow. The formula is so dry in the eyeshadow that there is kind of nothing to grip on anymore. I think I could have chosen other shades today. This is not working that well. Let's try one more thing. There is this more brownish shade. If I go over the purple or the pink one. Okay, that's better. Now the pink is not so different than the muted green and the orange shimmer. My plan of doing a little bit softer look today is now officially gone, but that's okay. Tomorrow is a new makeup day. I took the kind of golden green shade and this works nicely, very nicely with brush. Peachy shade first to kind of prep this area. There is really beautiful this kind of satiny shade here in the middle. Let's try that to the lower lash line. I'll take the same orange shade to the lower inner corner. I have few of the eye pencils. There is a brown gold, deepest brown. Then there is this golden gold plated and purple, fierce purple. With this look I think I'm going boring and use the brown on the upper line and then the golden to the inner rim. These glide on really nicely and the shade is really deep. It's close to the kind of black brown shade, which is exactly what I use in daily life. So then golden shade to the lower, the waterline. I don't have a mascara, but I have the On The Rise primer. I have one mascara which is not performing as I would want, so I'm curious to see if this helps. So let me curl my lashes first. I'm testing this with the Sensai 38-degree mascara. This is a sample size. This is quite thin formula, so it wasn't my favorite because of that, but if these work well, then hopefully the 38 feature will be in use in my life as well. But let's see. I haven't heard anything mentioned about this, so interesting. Normal wand looks very gray black as promised. To be honest, I don't know what's the difference then with adding 2 layers of mascara or adding a primer and mascara. If someone knows, please tell me. It applies nicely, thin layer. There doesn't seem to be any fibers, so there is no lengthening effect. But it didn't even promise to have that. It says boosting, so I hope the actual mascara layer will be then thicker and more voluminous. I never wear 2 layers of mascara, so I don't know how long I need to wait. I might be doing this wrong. Well, it just seemed dry. Okay, let's go with the actual mascara. Oh well, there is a difference for sure. Whoa. This mascara was almost the same looking as the primer is now on my eyelashes. And now, let me come closer. This is the difference I have. Just the primer and now with mascara. there is quite a lot of difference in these. These 3 lashes look really nice. We have last step. I have 2 lip products. I have a lipstick in shade, what is this? Indian Pink. And then I have Powder Puff Lippy. I wasn't sure what kind of look I'm doing. I think I'm going now with the lipstick, and I think this is lighter. Let's just try without any lip liner or anything, just to see the color. Ah, yes, yes. I will put a little bit of liner. Alright, a bit more lipstick. This is very slippery kind of. Very slippery lipstick. I can imagine this transfers absolutely everywhere. But the shade is funny. It's fun. Kind of summer coral. It reminds me of the NARS Orgasm blush. Very similar vibe. A quick look of what we have here. The foundation looks still very nice. Nose is better now that it has been warming up, and so far everything looks good. I don't see much of creasing with the concealer, so it does behave very well. The brow pencils definitely I love, and I continue using these for really nice. The eyeshadow palette seems like there is some shadows that perform better and some not so well. I need to keep playing with it, but I love the color story, and I did get a nice look with it for this kind of spring summery day. What else? The lash primer, definitely will keep testing with other mascaras I have, but so far thumbs up with that one. Lipstick is nice. It didn't change my world. It's okay. The primers, the first impression of both is good. I cannot say yet. I need to wear a full day of what's the effect is. The honeydew, I have a feeling that it will be my go-to primer besides the Bear With Me, this one on my dry areas, because my cheek needs every little help of moisture I can give them. I need to continue using the marshmallow primer to see how it wears with other foundations I use, but at least with this foundation, this combo, it looks really nice. I can see my pores and everything, so it's not pore filling as such, but it does at least no issues putting makeup on top of the primer. But yeah, was there something else? Eye pencil, it's okay. Didn't again change my world, but I will definitely keep using those. They felt nice. Don't know yet how they were during the day, but at least first impact is good. So that's it. Thank you for watching. If you didn't yet subscribe, now is the time to do that. I hope you have a great day and see you next time. Bye bye.